policemen come to your demonstration to destroy other people's properties so that you'll be seen you're not on the right track. You are goons. These guys are congratulating Kenyans because Kenyans, they have the audacity to go to the street and demonstrate. But how come these people, their effort is going to go out to our west? You have squandered your efforts. I said it before. I said it in my first video. The first video talking about what is going on in Kenya. I talked about this. And I'm going to repeat this so that you guys can still understand what I was trying to say. For what is going on in Kenya, I want to talk right now to the Genzs. This is your message. This is your message, and this message is for you. And I'm straight to the point. We understand how the mind of a youth or how the mind of a young person operates, how the mind of a young man, of a young girl works. This is the mind that is ruled with this high spirit of doing things. This is a new energy. You understand? This is the new energy. That's why we call them the new blood. So this is the Genzs. So whatever I'm trying to say is this. You see, this Genzs, it's a new blood, and these people mostly are controlled by their emotions. They are controlled by the spirit. They are controlled by the peer pressure. But these people are dealing with the people who know how to do with the politics. These people knows what politics is. You see, Genzs is a good movement, and most of us, we know. These are the people who really want to change the country the way we see. They want to change the perspective of Kenyans, how they look, how they tackle the government, how the government is running their thing. But unfortunately enough, these people are pushed, or they are controlled by their emotions. They are controlled by the emotions, anger, and grievances. And then on the other hand, we have the government. These are the people who knows how to play their cards very well. You see, what is happening in the Genzs world? It happens, maybe someone might think these people are indisciplined. They are not indisciplined. These people are disciplined. It's only that their tactics are not up to date. All these people are not specialized in doing with tactics, so they don't have idea on how to do this. You see, the Genzs, they have lost so many lives. Up to this moment, I think like 50 lives have just gone. Which means these people, most of them are ready even to die because they want to die so the other things can change in this country completely. Because there was the tendency on how the politicians have taken this country to be, because they increase their salary, they spend a lot of money, they squander. They do what embezzlement, and nobody cares, and nobody is ready to ask these people why they are doing this. But it's high time now. These people, the Genzs, they have gone to the street to demonstrate and to say they are not up to this thing. They are not supporting it. They are against what is happening in the country. But in this, unfortunately enough, the Genzs, they have the good heart. They are just in the street to demonstrate so that their rights can be met. Whatever they are trying to argue about can be understood. But in this movement, it's very unfortunate that it's not going to become successful. And then I want you to listen very carefully. It's not going to be successful because these people, they go to the street to give out their grievances, why they are not against what is happening in Kenya. But unfortunately, among them, we have people who are looting, we have people who are taking other people's property, and the government is taking advantage. Government is taking advantage of that, because how do you know that it's not the government or the police or the the Interpols or the police are sending their people to come to the street to loot the people's property so that we can be seen, or the Genzs can be seen they are distracting other people's property? How sure you know that? The only mistake that has happened in Genzs regime, in the Genzs movement, is not accepting to meet the president on the table so that you guys can agree on what you want to be implemented and what you want to be in the government. That's the big mistake you guys have done. I'm saying this, the biggest mistake, because that was the only time you meet the president and tell the president your grievances. Now, if you refuse to meet that, then going to lose that the support from older people, because most of the older people are saying he do not want to be the president. What do they want? Because it appears these guys, they are going to the street to loot the people's property. These are not the right rioters, are not the right protesters. These are goons. So that's the only mistake that was done. But still, you can still go to the table and agree with the president. Tell Mr. President, this is what I've done, and this is going to happen. Because the government is very smart. They have these people who are these people who are smart in the government. You understand? The CIDs, the interrogators, they are going to come, they are going to say, we thought this demonstration was peaceful, but we never knew this demonstration, the intention was to loot people's properties. So that is what the government is going to say, and they're going to win over this. Now these people who have died in these riots, in these protest demonstrations, their efforts is going to go to our waste. This is very sad. Because since I was born, this is the biggest demonstration I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen in anywhere in this country people go to demonstrate, people invade the parliament, all the parliamentarians, they run away. This is very strange, but unfortunately enough, this effort is going to go to our waste because the Genzs, they are not constructive. Being constructive, they don't have someone who is going to say to them. They don't have a constructive, a structural body. That they don't have people front, because these are the people they can even say to go to the parliament. They can go to the state house, they talk to the president and agree. They don't have bargaining power because they don't have anyone. Their efforts that they are doing, what they are doing right now might seem like these guys, they want to overthrow the government. There are people who are hiding behind, and that is what the people in the government are saying. So you guys, you don't have a bargaining power, you don't have your leaders, you don't have people who are going to say, because you are evenly distributed among them yourselves. And that is going to affect your movement. And then all the efforts are going to lose power. And the people are going to lose even more support, because you guys have refused to be constructive so that you can have a bargaining power when you sit on the table. Because my advice is that, and this is your message, we have seen in different movements, because like let's say in South Africa, we had Malema, was the youngest parliamentarian, who started her being that person since he was young. And then I can tell you, whatever these Genzs are saying, they are true. It's true, these guys, they are bitter. They are bitter, but their movement have been biased. Someone or some viruses has just come to the protesters. They have just invaded the demonstrations, and then it does not look like it's the real demonstration. Before it's too late, guys, I think Genzs need to sit down, because I wonder even how they can sit down and talk, because they don't have a leader. They need to have someone, only one person who is going to stand for them and say, this is what we want. And if it happens, the government or the people in the government messes up with their leader, then the government, the Kenya, is not going to be anymore. They need to have someone who is going to be stronger. Now we have said that it's all of us, we are coming for you. It's very easy for you guys to kill us. It's very easy the government to destroy the movement, because the movement doesn't have a leader. It's like a secret society. You understand? Because previously I said about the pendulum. The pendulum supports on the p thumb something that becomes constructive. It's a destructive pendulum, but the destructive pendulum can only work if the people they are supporting constructive. If it's not constructive, then it's going to lose its theme. It's not going to be a movement anymore. So that you are not going to have the support from the pendulum. I told you the pendulum is one thought of people, people thinking the same. And it's very powerful, I'm telling you. I mean, this is a big force. There is nothing bigger than that force. So you guys, you need to be constructive so that you can change things. Because starting one person to demonstrate, joining another person, no. You need to have someone who is going to be there for you, someone who is going to bargain for you. Whatever happens, this person is going to be responsible. Is going to, I mean, that is the representative of all youths. Because the youth doesn't have a leader, that means the leader is nowhere. Everyone is a leader. So where there is, it's very easy for you guys to lose your title because you don't have a leader. Everyone is a leader. So that's it. So the GNZ need to be constructive, need to have a bargaining power, need to have a leader, need to have what it takes to argue with the president. You understand? If you don't have that one, that does not move. Because we have seen so many youths in the world who go to the street to demonstrate, to overthrow the government. But these people, it was started with one person. That person who started this should be recognized. You understand? If we're not so, then because, let's say, the government is going to call some people to talk to, and these people, we don't know them, we are going to reject them. We're going to say, we don't know those leaders. What if the president say, I want to talk to the other, to talk to your leader, and we have elected a leader. That leader is going to be very powerful. Why do our universities have presidents? Why in school have principals? Why do we have opposition leader? Because there's someone, the figure that recognize anyone who can come from outside, they recognize this figure. So we got to be serious. Without that, then you're not going to have that, and then you're going to lose the bargaining power, and then you're going to lose all the effort that you worked for. That's the only advice. Because so many people have died, and this effort is going to go waste. People are looting, and the story is going to change. And you got to understand how the government, the system of the government works. Because right now, it is not about our rights. It has changed to be politics. Because you have seen even politicians are also coming to say something about what is going on. Now they have politicized this. You understand? So, you guys got to be keen. Elect a leader. Someone who's going to speak on behalf of all GNZs. Someone is going to speak on behalf of all of you. The government is very smart. The president might even come again and sign that bill. What are you going to do? They're going to reject the demonstration because they say these people, they are not demonstrators, they are rioters, they are goons and the criminals. That's what the president is saying. You've got to change. The movement is good. Even everyone all over the world, they are all over the world, these guys are congratulating Kenyans because Kenyans, they have the audacity to go to the street and demonstrate. But how come these people, their effort is going to go out to our west? You have squandered your efforts. You guys got to change. That's it. So guys, let's change. If you want your rights to be made, you got to change. You got to change. I mean, we got to have a leader who is going to have a bargaining power on the table. But just working like a ghost, that means you are invisible. So, if you're invisible, we're going to hear you. You're not a human. You understand? You're not a human, so we can't bargain with an human. We have to bargain with humans, someone we can see. We know that some people are sponsoring this bullshit, but it's okay. it's okay. There are people who are sponsoring this, and we know that. But let us change. Let us change. And you guys, if you want to meet, thank you guys. So what is it, guys? You got to have a leader. You got to be constructive. You got to know who you demonstrating with. Some of them have coming to your demonstrations to act like it's one of you, but these are goons. They might even not be goons. Some of them might be police. You understand? Because police might come to your demonstration to destroy other people's properties so that you'll be seen you're not on the right track. You are goons. So that's how the government operates. That's how the government is. So youths, they're fresh, they're new blood. They don't know these games. They think it's just work like that. Why do you think Raila Odinga have tried so many times to be the president of Kenya, but it's all in vain? Why? Because there are tactics which are being invented every day. New tactics are coming every day. You understand? So you got to understand how these things works. It's about the game. So politics and what is happening in Kenya, it's about the game. And the young generations doesn't know it's a game. They don't know. They're just serious. The young generation is serious. They don't understand it's a game. This is a game. It's a game. Politics is a game. Young generation doesn't understand. They are very serious. And these people who are serious, they die because they are serious. Thank you guys. If you're new to this channel, you don't forget to subscribe to Somok Safaris and share, like, and give your comments down below. Say what do you think we need to do. But this is message for the all Genzs. Got to change. You got to be different. You got to be